Hello and welcome to the first episode in this DLL injection to Cemu series. And in this series we will make something like this. So just a UI to edit various parts of the game, to time, cool one like world speed versus link speed, like if you like throw a bomb, then it explodes slow. I mean, it's only at 0.5 speed, but anyway, we'll make something like that. You can edit health. Here, I'm gonna move these. Run speed, so you could run faster. Not all of these necessarily, or maybe more, I don't know, but just we're gonna make something like this. So this episode will focus on finding addresses. So the game stores various values to various locations. Also, side note, I record this entire thing, but I had my mic off, so I'm kind of mad about that. Anyway, so if you log into Cemu, we'll be using Cheat Engine to find the addresses because it's very good for that sort of thing. And then Etra has made something basically calls Cemu's get base address function and stores that into a variable that you can access anywhere in Cheat Engine. So if you have this project file, which I will have linked, and you run it, you're going to get Cheat Engine. It will pop up. This is the thing that will edit the base address. If you look at the script, all it does is let me get in game really quick. I'll locate some stuff, registers the base address Cemu for you to, or not Cemu, the base address symbol for you to use, and it calls memory.getBase, which is an export in Cemu. So pretty simple. And so Intro has been nice enough to also include links position. Oh, well, I need to attach the process button to Cemu. This will attach it to Cemu. Hit yes. To include links position here. This isn't the best method of getting it. There's actually a pointer to it that you can use. But yeah, first I'm going to show how to find the address for links health. Now, as you probably know, links health is divided. You can have a quarter health, it's divided into quarter hearts. So you can have a quarter heart, half heart. The quarter heart is the smallest unit. Now, how many quarter hearts do we have here? So we have 15 on the top, 16, 17. 17 times 4 would be whatever Google says it is. So 17 times 4. 68. So that's how much health we have right now. Now, I'm going to show you how Cheat Engine works. So this is the addresses that you're searching for, and you'll see stuff appear in it soon. You do a scan through all of Cemu's memory, and you can do for an exact value, for example, which is what we're going to be using. I found that his health never exceeds 255, so I just scanned for a byte. It seems to be stored that way. Maybe it's just some Endian stuff, and it's actually like in an int, but I'm just detecting one byte of it, and I don't know. But, a byte works fine. And we're going to scan for, what did we just say it was? 17 times 4, 68. We're going to scan for 68. First scan, I'm going to pause the game. Well, no, we don't need to do this. So right now we found 7 million roughly things. Evaluate to that. We can just scan for a few times to make sure it doesn't change, because it shouldn't have changed. Now we're going to take damage. That way our health value changes. Okay, I'm out of volley scale. Can I take? No. Well, good thing for us, I have position. I hope I don't die. Oh, I died. Well, I could scan for 0 there, but I think it eventually gets set to something else, especially as we load into the game. So 100 units is too much. Plus 50. Okay, perfect. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 times 4. plus 2 because there's two quarter hearts there. So plus 2 would be 46. So now we're going to want to search for 46. That narrowed it down a lot. Some stuff, you'll see if there's red, that means it changed. It was there for a second. So I'm just going to keep scanning to get rid of stuff that's changing around. Now, I'm going to eat to get some health back. So now it should be 48. That narrowed down a whole lot. Now, what we can do is some of these will depend on others. So like every frame, for example, this guy might be set to the value of this guy, or maybe this guy will be set to that guy. Maybe this guy is the independent one that we want to change, or maybe it's just not set, like it's set every now and then when you get health or lose health. I don't know. So we're going to go through one at a time and set this to 49. Oh, 19 apparently. That one looks like it's being set every frame to a value of another. I'm going to set that guy to 19. It set one of them, but so now we know that this guy is dependent on this guy. I don't know why that guy's 50, so let's just get rid of him. That must, oh, maybe that is, wait. Can I undo that? Okay, so whatever. Maybe it's not what we want. I think we have 48. I'm gonna set this to 19. Nope. 19. Wait. This might be what we want. Yeah, this guy looks like it's changing everything. 20. Wait, I just want to be able to see it both. Change value, 30. No, this guy isn't what we want. Maybe this guy, 30. This is. Okay, so if you double click it, adds it to your address list down here. I'm going to double click this to change the description, or you can go change record description. I'm going to call this guy health, just so it's labeled. Now don't close Cemu, because right now this is just an address in memory, but you want an offset from a base address so it can calculate it based on the base address. So if we copy this guy, I'm gonna go to like a hex calculator, then subtract, because this guy's this address is above this address, and we're trying to find the offset from this address to that one. So we're going to subtract the base address from this address. Now remember, base address is registered as a symbol you can use anywhere. So if we do base adder, notice the square brackets plus that, and I'm going to put an alloc so it knows it's hex 100%. Now you can save. Sometimes it'll ask you where to put it. You could just select your project file. Yes. Sometimes it just won't ask you, it'll just save in the background. So, congratulations, you have now found health. Now the next thing we are probably going to want to find is stamina. This one's going to take a little bit longer because we don't exactly know exactly what the stamina is. Actually, why am I eating when I could just do? I'll notice it clamps back down to the maximum, which 116. I've had trouble finding the maximum because it's kind of bounced around registers in memory and etc. Eventually I'll be able to figure out how to, maybe like with a hook or something once I learn that. Anyway, so stamina is harder because like we don't know exactly, like right now this stamina, we don't know exactly what it is. We don't know it's 14.5 or something. That's where, oh right, you'll need the big endian types, 4-byte, 2-byte, float. But yeah, I'll explain that in a second. But that's where we use the unknown initial value, and then we use, after that there will be options for increased value, decreased value. Anyway, to get the big endian types, you will right click this box, whatever it is in it, define new custom type auto assembler, and then you'll paste in this stuff, which I'll have linked in the description. I'll also have linked in the description this entire project file. I don't know if I mentioned that, excluding the stuff we're adding, because, you know, maybe including, who knows. But yeah, you'll do define new custom type, and you'll paste in this, wait, I hit the wrong button, this, or you'll paste in this to get the 2-byte, or you'll paste in this to get the 4-byte. Anyway, float. Unknown initial value. This will take up like 1 billion different things. I'm gonna wait for my stamina to get a max just for later. Wait just a second. I want to pause the game. Oh, just a second. I didn't mean to scan yet. So I'll just wait on that. There we go, I was able to cancel the scan. So unknown initial value. I meant to hit pause the game while scanning. That will pause this entire process. It'll make things easier for us later. So first scan, just wait for that to happen. And then before it'll allow you to do the next scan, it'll actually pull up a pop-up, but really quick, we're gonna wanna have a decrease value. We'll get the next scan ready. And then we can decrease link stamina. Next scan, and then this will pop up. So come back when that's done. And that's just there because we have literally like a billion things. Oh, it's done. We had like a billion things that it was copying and processing. Now it's going to be an increase value again, as you saw his health just went up. Or stamina, I meant. Unchanged value, do this a few times to narrow out the millions that are just constantly changing and happen to be what it was looking for. And then I'll go for another decrease value. Okay, now link stamina is full again. So yeah, I'm gonna do increased value, unchanged value a few times just to, again, so when it's scanning, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but what it does basically is it scans all of memory first when you do your new scan, and it finds all the things that matches the criteria. Then when you're doing your next scan, it just scans the addresses that previously matched, and it keeps doing that as you do next scans. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I really should have mentioned that earlier. Sometimes warping can move around memory a bit, so that can get rid of some of the random ones. Not really move around memory, just, change some addresses or values in memory. Something else to notice about, or to note about using these values, is that they can also move around if you have mods and stuff. There are certain ways to counter them with some addresses, and sometimes you just have to do a hook or a AOB scan, which I might explain later. Okay, so I believe it was at maximum last time, so I'm going to say unchanged value again. I hope it was at maximum last time. You'll notice that I got rid of a bunch. Give a few more. And then I'm going to do, those things were just changing. Anyway, I'm going to do a decreased value. This is an increased value. Unchanged value. Let's see. We don't want this guy. He's Cemu.exe+. I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure we don't want it. I hope it was unchanged when I had done it, because I had to go for a second, and so I forgot what was going on. Yeah, we have some of what we need. You'll notice that the 1-200s are kind of, because my max stamina right now is 1-200. I just happened to know this because I've edited these values before. So, more unchanged values. I'll do a decrease. Increased. Unchanged. I'm going to do a decrease where I'm not sprinting, because sometimes it might be picking up on some part of the sprinting. Increased. Unchanged. We're getting closer to the territory we want to be in. I'm going to move this here. I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, these ones it looks like we don't want. Let me... Oh, now I can't see if they're red. So you're seeing these are changing when you don't want them to change. So we can remove those. Then the ones that are like E, have the something E, that means that it's like a really small or a really big number. And that does not make sense for stamina. So we can remove those. Oh, there's more than I thought. There's more values than I thought. I have to do a few more scans. Oh, well, could work. And then the ones and zeros, I just know aren't, because they, well, we know that your stamina can be increased, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to leave those in, though. So, unchanged value. Wait a second. I can undo one scan at a time, so we could test with this. 0. Oh, this is what we want. Okay, perfect. So you notice that that changed when I changed the value of selected address. 0. So if we double click this, double click it. Stamina. Okay. And then copy this address. Paste it here. The base address is the same because we didn't restart Cemu. Copy that. Base adder plus this. I'm going to put an OX again because I'd like to do that. Okay. Perfect. So we could save it. Now, there's a few things I gotta note. As I already mentioned, sometimes it can be bad to use just addresses all the time in your software, because if you have mods, or just in general, some addresses don't stay at a fixed offset from the base address between restarts. And then the other thing is that, for example, with health, that isn't always in the same place, even just between Cemu restarts. I didn't mean to say health, I meant to say coordinates. So I found that you can actually find a pointer to it. So if you go to 4 byte Big Endian, because that's an integer is 4 bytes. I don't know why it's not called integer Big Endian. And then I'm going to copy this offset, because position tends to be, I think it's in a struct or something. So like the start of the struct might be here, and then there's some other values, and then there's position. Because the game likes to reference a specific thing by that. I'm going to check hex because it's a hex value. It's encoded in hex, and do a first scan. It finds 3 of them. And so you could copy these all down and then find the offset from the base address. This one's way further along than these two. And then you could find which one of these always points towards Link's position on each startup, and you can find which one is the real pointer. There might be a few. And you would do that by restarting Cemu over and over and seeing which ones are always the same as this value. Anyway, that is the end of this episode of showing how to find addresses. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope it was valuable. And next time, we'll be using those addresses in an actual DLL injection. Goodbye.